So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Back to throw. This for his running back, McCoy. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
He'll look to throw. Open man has got one. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Garoppolo now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 27. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the 1st quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Gordon on first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Second and 3. He finds McCoy. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards. Now back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. They'll set up a throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 1. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ja'Kai Polite able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. And some room to roll now. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Talk about flipping the script. That punt return 86 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just
called
it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Looking to throw.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Flush to his right. He'll run it, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, let go. Hey, gun.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Let's go, defense.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Hill on the return. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them?
It's a foot race. He's at the 40. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. 85 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but it'll be 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McCoy. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Crunch time, defense.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Bell a 1st down and then some. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Gets it to Gordon. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Alert, alert. 3 down. Mike 52, Mike 52. Go.
Back to throw. This for his running back, McCoy. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's McCoy. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McCoy.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete. It's Gordon. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 36, Garoppolo, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Get him, boys. Yeah, that's how we do, dude.
It's now 3rd down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And got his man complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 56 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Now back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He finds McCoy. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They'll look to throw here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. How about that? Their quarterback, 29 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Now this throw caught left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And
the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former deep. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 38 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Here we go. 180! 21. Hey, gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The other direction.
Extra.